Annabelle and welcome to Crafting with Character, this series where I invite one of my friends over and we show you some crafts with things that you may have around the house that you might want to do at home. So without further ado, should we meet our friend today?
Well, bonjour everybody, and bonjour Miss Belle. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm very excited to find out what we're going to be doing.
Well, fantastic. We are going to be doing some painting today, but not the usual type of painting. We are going to be painting my hand and your hand, and whoever wants to do this will be painting a hand. We're going to be trying to make our own rose today. Wonderful. So what you'll need is some red paint, a paintbrush, some paper, and possibly green paint or a green pen, and someone with you.
Of course. Well, we're going to do red today, I take it, because it's inspired by the Enchanted Rose. But I'm sure at home, if you have maybe yellow paint or a pink paint,
you could do whatever flower you want.
Any kind of colored rose you want. But today we're going to be doing the Enchanted Rose by the sound of it.
We are. So to start with, you will most likely need an adult with you just to make sure that everything is fine. We've put down some newspaper on my table here so we don't get any on, and I've decided that I'm going to have my hand painted because we don't want to get anything on your wonderful outfit. So here is the paint, and here is the paint.
So I am painting your hand.
You will be painting my hand.
Wonderful. So should we put your hand flat on the table? Now, how much paint do you think I should use?
I am not sure. We do need to cover my whole hand.
Should it be thick or should it be thin?
We don't want it too thick that it will take a whole day to dry, but you do need it thick enough that it will show up on the paper. You don't want to have bits of a rose missing, so do make sure you cover your whole hand.
We don't want it big and splodgy or gloopy or anything like that, but we do want a fair amount of paint on there. And we've got to make sure we do the fingers, is that right?
Indeed.
Perfect. I'm just going to spread that around a little bit more, and all I'm doing is bringing it down just to your wrist here, because obviously if you were going to do the whole arm, you'd then have to paint that green.
Exactly.
Which you could do, but then you need a very big piece of paper, wouldn't you? Perfect. So I think that that is
wonderful.
done.
So that's what my hand looks like. And now we're going to take the piece of paper. Now, we don't want to have our fingers spread like this. We want them kind of just at a casual, relaxed hand.
You don't want them together like this or far apart like that.
And you'll want to put them, if you hover your hand above the middle of the page and then move it up just a little bit so you do have room for the stem. And then you're just going to put your hand down. I'm going to add my other hand and
push it down. Make sure that all of the paint comes off of your hand and onto the paper.
Exactly. And then, I'll hold the paper as you pull it off.
Look at that!
Wonderful! Oh, here we go. So that's what it looks like. And as my hand is red and your hand is not, would you like to start throwing the stem?
Absolutely.
You will need to just be a bit careful because obviously it will be a little bit damp. Now once again, you can make your stem as big as you want, as small as you want, different colours if you wanted. You could actually have a bouquet of flowers if you wanted on this one with different coloured handprints.
And so I drew a couple, just 2 leaves as well.
Wonderful.
Now, one thing, I can see a pencil over there. Could you pass me that pencil, please? Now what I'm going to do, if you don't mind, because we said it was going to be inspired by the Enchanted Rose, I'm going to try and draw the Enchanted Rose is
protected.
Well, it's kind of in a cloche, in a dome, in this kind of, it's almost like an upside down vase, if that makes any sense. I'm not entirely sure what the official term is. I've never actually asked. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly go around the flower, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick it out at the side.
Wonderful.
Because that's what it looks like. And then I'm going to do it the other side, but obviously I'm going to spin it round because I don't want to get any paint on my hands. I'm just going to take it down and flick it out. And then on the top there is this, it's like a handle.
Yeah.
So all you need to do is draw a big circle and then draw 2 circles either side of it, and that's how you pick it up. So I'm going to do that there, and 2 little ones here, And then what we can do is once this is dry, we can go over it in pen, and then it will really, really look like the enchanted rose.
Wonderful, thank you so much for adding to this craft.
No, that's all right. Well, I thought since it was inspired by the enchanted rose, and of course I know exactly what it looks like, it would make sense. So I'll just hold that a little bit closer so that you can see the way that it flicks out like that. And of course, if you were going to do the enchanted rose, there is lots of magic around it underneath the dome, and a few petals on the ground as well. So if you were feeling creative, you could do that, or
you could repaint a finger perhaps and have them falling.
That's right, you could use
maybe.
your thumb. Should we try that now?
We could.
I was going to suggest that perhaps you could, should we do your thumb?
Yeah.
You could go out to the garden and find actual petals.
We could do that as well.
There we go, so where are you gonna put them?
Do one there falling, and then 1, 2, 3.
Look at that, perfect. So as you can see, we now have some of the petals falling. And obviously, as you said, once this is dry, we can go over the dome shape with a pen. But right now, it's a little bit difficult. I don't want to get any paint on that chair.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for joining me with this craft.
No, this was wonderful, thank you.
I hope you guys at home have enjoyed this. Of course, as we said, there's many different ways that you could do this. Different colors, maybe a bouquet. You could make your own enchanted rose in its little dome. You could add flowers that you found in the garden. But if you've done any of these, please do send them in to us, and I'll make sure that you can see them so you can show all of your friends everyone's enchanted roses. But once again, thank you for joining us today, guys.
Thank you, au revoir.
Bye.